Alright, the last part of this section, basics of life insurance, is basically on how to identify the primary breadwinner. So who is the breadwinner of a family? Basically, we need to understand different structures of the family. So in one instance, people could choose to be, just single, so single adults, either by choice or through circumstance. Yeah, so as long as they have provided for all their outstanding liabilities and medical needs, this group does not need a huge amount of life insurance, as they do not have dependents and they only have themselves to care of. So the amount of life insurance they need is not that much. Yeah, they only have to take care of the medical or disability needs. The second category of a breadwinner is a single breadwinner or traditional families, whereby there's only one breadwinner in the family. Basically, there's only one spouse who would be working, like a father, and the wife is not working. So basically, this breadwinner should purchase an adequate amount of life insurance, because in the event that he or she is gone, the surviving spouse and the other dependents would not have any financial support. So it is very important that the main breadwinner be covered through sufficient life insurance. The next one is double income families. So some families have both spouses working. So in this case, each spouse would need to take up a sufficient amount of life insurance to ensure that upon death of any one of them, the surviving spouse who is also working would have less impact, would have less financial impact without the presence of the other spouse who had passed away. The next one is single parent families. So in some instance, when one spouse passes away or through a divorce, there would be only one parent who is the primary caregiver, who will be financially dependent. Sometimes this parent who is a primary caregiver could be financially dependent on the estranged spouse's monthly financial contribution upon separation or a divorce. But even so, I think that it is very important that the primary caregiver of the children be financially stable, and they themselves have to protect themselves using life insurance policies to ensure that the child would be financially taken care of if he or she passes away. The next one is sandwich families, whereby the working generation is sandwiched in between the older generation and the younger children, the younger generation, which could be the children. So sandwich families would be the middle generation taking care of the older and the younger generation. So in this instance, because it seems like the dependents are more, so a substantial amount of life insurance is needed to cover both the upper level and the lower level generation. The next one is blended families, whereby these families have children from previous relationships, but all the members come together as one unit. So like two adults getting married, but they have children from previous marriage. So here the families blend together. So it is important that the breadwinners from both families take up sufficient amount of life insurance to ensure that the family and the children are well taken care of.